okay? Especially if you were committed to this person at one point. All right, guys. So in the past here, you guys have the underlying energy is death. And this is talking about releasing of the old, releasing of the past disappointments, making the moves to a brighter and more prosperous horizon. Underneath here, you guys have temperance. So this is talking about divine timing, moderation of the self. So there was a period potentially where there was, there needs, I guess there was some moderation of all things. You do when you're doing, you do. But there's a period now where there is a need to release something. All right, it's very interesting. Let's go ahead and look into this. Let's see what's going on. Now, the current state of being, guys, you have the Five of Cups. Now, the Five of Cups is coming up here, and it shows that there is a bit of grief. There's a bit of sadness. There's a loss of 3 cups, right? There's not, he's very sad, very disappointed about something, but he's got 2 cups there, right? There's still a relationship that's there, but it's like the 3 cups are so devastating to him that he can't see that there's a relationship in front of him. For some of you guys may have lost something very deeply, very emotionally, something very close to you, close to your heart. But in your goals, you guys potentially want some communication, some back and forth. You have the Page of Swords, or maybe some information, because the Page of Swords is all about, giving the bluntest truth, and he doesn't really give a crap about who hears it and what's not, right? It's very blunt and it's very careless. And I feel like with this Page of Swords, this could also be talking about being very sneaky, or being very, gaining some information, like I said. And I feel like it could be that you may want some more information about something. But the thing that's keeping you from being able to get to this Page of Swords energy is the King of Pentacles. So I feel like this could be that this individual is someone that is very reliable, very who grounded you at one period of time, or is grounding you, or they are very grounding to be around. They're very down to earth, but they're also hardworking. They're very diligent when it comes to the finances and maintaining security and support. They're very career oriented, and they're usually the family man, but they're pretty much keeping you from being able to get some information. So perhaps this person is very focused on the career, and they don't really leave a lot of time to communicate with you. Or maybe that this person, the way they express themselves, the way they show love, which is typical for the King of Pentacles or the Queen of Pentacles, is that they give it through materials rather than actually having a conversation or doing anything that's loving. Doing anything that's in regards to relationships, like emotional bonding, talking, spending time together. They could just be very focused on the finances. It's very interesting that the reason why the King of Pentacles comes up is because of the Queen of Pentacles. Perhaps it's because they're, you feel just as, they feel committed to you as you are committed to them, right? You have a very strong relationship. As far as building some sort of abundance together. Now, the Queen of Pentacles is someone that, especially when she comes up with the King of Pentacles, she's very good at managing things, holding down the fort. She's very nurturing. She really pays attention to details. She knows her value just as much as the King of Pentacles knows his value. But the reason why the King of Pentacles is coming up is because this person is the same way. Maybe do something a little different, right? The rules are always different, but they are practically the same. They're practically doing the same thing. So there may be something that was lost in the past. 3 of Cups, emotional support potentially, because these individuals here are focusing on their careers, focusing on what makes them stable. Because the King of Pentacles is in the hindrance, I would believe that they're a bit distant. They're not necessarily doing things together. They're working on their own stuff. Okay? They're doing what they can to make themselves, feel very stable within themselves and their own abundance. They are very independent. But so working together, it can make them to be one hell of a dynamic duo. But it's about learning how to work together, because they all have different types of communication, beliefs. They have their own routines. They have their own structures. It's very, when these two come together, it is a negotiation in some ways. And I feel like there may be that these two are not working together at this time. There's not a lot of communication. There's not a lot of working together. There's a lot of individual doing whatever, and then coming together to do what? To be together. because they, you know, they have the same mindset. This person's coming up as the same person. I mean, these people in this reading come up to be the same individuals. They have their own, like I said, own individual thing that they do. But the King and Queen of Pentacles, like I said, they're independent in their own right. They don't necessarily need each other to thrive unless they want to have children. So there could be something that needs to be released here, having to do with temperance. Temperance. This moderation of things, releasing of independence, releasing of what? This could be also be rebirth, like I always say in a lot of my videos. Death is not just death, it's also rebirth. But then you have justice here in your advice, which is about balancing the karmic scales, putting things in the order of which there is truly balance. And it could be that there is a need to kind of adjust some things in regards to your love life, right? Maybe this, you know, perhaps there's been a lot of focus on the career and making things stable, that there's been a lot of love being given to either one of you guys. There's just a lot of focus of this. So there could have been something that was lost, you know, emotionally, but there's still a relationship here. You guys are still committed to each other, there's no doubt. But emotionally, there has been some things that have potentially been lost, or there are some things that, you know, there's something that's missing in this relationship, that it's leaving this kind of ominous feel. Okay? But justice is coming up to say, you know, I don't think it's an advice to apologize, because I don't think there's anything wrong here. I feel like there's just there needs to be some balance of what's, you know, of business and life, you know, and relationship, you know, because the relationship is an entity of itself. It needs to be nurtured and cared for on its own individually with you guys. And I feel like there could be that there just needs to be some balance going on in your love life. Okay. This is a new beginning, in a sense. Death is not just an ending, but it's a new beginning, because you release whatever it is that keeps you guys, you know, release whatever it is that's keeping you guys from being able to manifest something amazing with each other. And I feel like the release is the feeling of having to do everything by yourself, because temperance, that is a card of like calm and peace and harmony. Okay, maybe there was some harmony in the past. Some, you know, but managing your own situation, that is a harmony in its own self, in its own right. And I feel like there's something bigger that's coming in, but there is some sort of past disappointments that keep you guys from being able to work together, to trusting each other with each other's work. You guys are both coming up as very reliable, and it's about trust at the end of the day. Can you trust this individual? Okay. And the advice here too is very interesting. Death is like, there's something that's lost here. There's still a relationship. You want some more information. Potentially you want some truth here. But these two are still committed, but they're very individual in how they work. They're not really working together. And I feel like with justice, it could be that I don't think it's to get married. I don't think it's to divorce, like I said. I feel like it's really just to figure out what balance is needed to make the relationship work for the both of you guys, because there is this releasing of something here, and it doesn't have to be emotions. It could be habits, right? It could be old ways of thinking or ways of doing something. Death of a perspective and birth of a new. And it could be that there is this need to be like, I know, Libra, and then that's your opposite sign. That's your seventh house. To work together in a relationship, to compromise. Where's the compromise? Where can we work together to make this stuff work, for us to be in a relationship, in this interpersonal relationship? So it's interesting that the card for Libra comes up in your advice for this. But it could be that there's a need to balance some things, to truly adjust some patterns in your individual lives to become one unit, to become together. Okay, this could be for those who've been in relationships for a long time or been in a relationship already. This could be people that, this could be in regards to being single and you found somebody and they have individual stuff that they do and you have individual stuff that they do, but there's not a lot of emotional support. There's not a lot of emotional anything going on, because there's a lot of focus on what you guys have to take care of individually. Now, in your feelings, you have the Ace of Wands. So this is, in a sense, a new start, a new beginning. This is a rekindling of an old flame. Potentially, you guys could be getting back with an ex, or this could be that you are starting something new with passion, some sort of passionate new beginning, and it's very exciting, right? It's very exciting. Very exciting new beginning. However, I feel like what you guys are maybe afraid of, or what you guys are hoping for, is not to feel stuck in a situation that you don't have any options, or to feel like you're not able to make any moves, feeling trapped in your thoughts, which is completely understandable, right? If you guys are constantly working on your careers and stuff, it can get to a point where you're like, I don't know how to actually like connect with you anymore. And like, we work together, there's nothing wrong with you, there's nothing wrong with me, but the relationship is boring. The relationship is so boring right now. It's been calm, it's been cool, it's been collected, temperance. Now it's like, we just working now. Like, what are we doing? We're just doing our own thing. What can we do to make this relationship stronger and more entertaining? Because I feel like there is still like the spark of life here that you want to start with this individual, but these, Aries, you don't. When it comes to the King of Pentacles and Pentacles, anything that's boring energy. You want something that's a little more exciting, more passionate. This is not passionate. It's just dealing. It's like an old married couple. That's what I'm seeing here. Okay. So in your outcome, you have the King of Cups. So this is someone that is very much in love, very deeply in love. This is not passionate necessarily. The King of Cups is very emotional. And I feel like this is about being in the feels, being in your feels and knowing what you feel and communicating that and expressing your love and being very nurturing, very supportive. This is not necessarily just talking about you, it's about your partner potentially as well. Just sharing the love. Right? At the end of the day, I think that's what you guys want. But then in order to get here, it has to be, there's things that need to be sorted out. With that Justice card. Take it, you be the Justice card, right? You negotiate, you come up with, what you need, all right? Right? What do you feel like you need in this relationship for it to be, good, right? To be awesome. Like I said, death is not just releasing something, it's also rebirth. All right, guys, and you have, this could be the one. Wow. You've already met the romantic partner you seek. Wow. Beautiful, guys. And it's true. I feel like you do, because this person, y'all match instantly. You just are your own individual people at this time. And it can be like, you have this fire, this spark, and it's great, but there's not a lot of going on right now. All right, let's see what your romance your whispers of love, excuse me. Let's see what they say here. Okay, and have patience. Love is patient and kind, always. Whew. And I feel like it's talking about having patience with yourself. Not just the relationship and not just your partner, but that relationship with, have a patience with yourself. Because adjustment and stuff is going to take some time, of course. So, yeah, it's important to take your time and to really, really cash out the details. And spending time with each other is what's going to kind of come up. The reason why the Page of Swords is coming up in your goal, potentially, is because you want to have a communication you want to have a conversation about where, about some truth that you guys want to express, something that you want to, to talk about. And it potentially has a lot to do with what needs to be balanced in this relationship. You are committed to each other. You guys are together. But I just don't think, I don't know, with this Three of Cups, there's not a lot of emotional stuff going on right now. And that's not to say that there's no relationship. But romantically, passionately, It's not a lot going on. It's just a lot of focusing on what you guys can do to remain stable. And I feel like you guys have everything you need to be able to build on making the relationship, the emotional bond stronger. But it's about releasing old habits that keep you guys from being able to do that.